What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back to Liu Bei, Mightiest of Men. It's time to take on the boss and then knock out a bunch of side missions. So as you can probably guess, we are going to be up against Liu Bei again, but this is going to go very, very different from the first time we encountered him. He is obviously still fire aligned, so water is going to be great for this fight. And this is going to be an empowered Liu Bei, so similar to the other warriors that we fought that have been afflicted, and then they turn into a fusion of themselves and their divine beast. That is also what we are about to fight here. So a couple crits to call attention to. He has a jumping critical, which is actually pretty hard to see. It's not unlike the leaping critical attack from before, but he gets up so high and you're in this tight room, so it's kind of hard to really see it coming down, but a little bit of practice, you'll nail the timing on it. He has a fireball critical, and this one's important because he will volley it. So if you deflect it, he deflects it back. You deflect it, he deflects it. You deflect it, he deflects it. And this goes on like 5 or 6 times until finally he fails to deflect and will take a bunch of damage. I highly suggest trying it. It's a lot of fun to see happen. Phase 2, he has a charging critical, where he'll literally like run at you while dragging his halberd. If that one connects, it will do a lot of damage, so be very careful around that. Besides that, he likes to throw fireballs and stomp his feet. Water is going to absolutely destroy him. And an important thing I want to call attention to. A lot of people, at least on the fire build video I did, wanted to know how to get Liu Bei's weapon. His weapon, his bow, his armor, stuff like that. This is that fight. So, during this fight, when his loot drops, if you want his halberd, and it's not gold, you're going to hit start, you're going to go settings, you're going to hit return to title screen. The second the fight ends, when you see the loot, if it's not loot you're happy with, quit. And what it's going to do is it's going to put you right back at the battle flag we were just at, and you'll be able to fight him again. And if you're looking to get a hold of his halberd, which is a fire scaling halberd, it has a unique ability which enchants it with flame. Very cool weapon, very good. You know, this is the way to do it. So either way, let's jump into the fight.
You stand against impossible hardship, so
that is a really cool cutscene, but we're gonna let it just play out. So go ahead and cast. Nope, come on, man. Just let the ice. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Here's the fireball. Ready? And send it back. Oh, well, I whiffed it. Oh my god. Shame. Come on, do it again. Do it again. I really want to see it happen again. Oh, honestly, don't worry about Han Dynasty in this fight. She's not going to really contribute at all. She's going to go down almost like that. Big slams. Stomp. 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 Trying to let him do a couple of his criticals before we kill him here. Like I said, water really destroys him. So there's the halberd. Well, now you get to see what it does. And as you can see, a lot of damage from that. So definitely one of the more important ones that you want to focus on avoiding. Go ahead and soften you up so that I can kill you. Just probably one of these. We haven't done the jump critical yet, which is surprising. There it is. With that one as well. Yeah, but like I said, very, very tricky just because it gets so high up. I really wanted to do his fireball attack again, just so I can kill him with it, but I don't think he's going to. We're going to see. I'm trying to like bait it out. So right here, Sky Piercing Halberd +6. If you didn't get it, return to title. But the biggest thing is, because it's 4-star, if I decide I want to use it, it's ideal. If you get like a blue or a purple, man, you don't want to keep that. And obviously, as you saw, I mean, we had enough time to kind of sit and mess around in that fight. So definitely an encounter where, you know, compared to the first time you fight Liu Bei, it goes very differently. Very, very differently. I'll pick us up Entrusted Legacy. And we got it's a bit of a longer load because it's loading up. We're on to the final, well, not technically the final chapter, but it might as well be the final chapter of the game. The last chapter is basically like side mission, side mission, side mission, side mission, side mission. Very similar to how things work in Nioh. But we're going to go through all those loads, and then we are going to hop onto some side missions. Well, first we're actually going to run by town. We're going to level up some stuff. This next mission is, I think it's also a fairly short one, but a really, really cool boss fight. Behold the Glaive of Righteousness. For now, at least, let's head back to town. I want to talk a little bit about some of the divine spirits we've come into contact with too. It's been a minute, so this is kind of a good recap as we move towards the end of the game. And we now have access to a very important side mission, and one I think you have all been waiting for quite some time, that we're going to go do in just a moment after we upgrade our gear and weapons.
I could use some more sleep.
Yes.
Maybe I'm overworking.
Beautiful. And the last one I will do... man. This is the bamboo bow. I'm using that more. Rank 6 leather. Well, let me look through some stuff real fast here. So the Liu Bei one, this is in particular what I like, the Prancing Dragon. If you do it in positive spirit, it'll give a flame enchant to the halberd, which is obviously really nice. On top of that, the set's pretty solid. Martial arts spirit consumption is down, halberd spirit damage is up, and martial arts damage is up. So very spirit martial art based set. On top of that, it has a bow. So if you are looking for a good bow, I didn't get it here, but you could go ahead and pick that up and then even use the halberd in an off slot, and that would pick you up some goodies. Besides that, the gear itself, as you can see, is considered very heavy tier gear, just in terms of comparing it to even my own right now. Pretty big increase there in terms of the weight. But either way, let's see if we got anything good there. No, we didn't. We already got those upgrades. We're gonna get some. Well, let me just do this. We break down and do all the upgrades. I don't have anything else that I need. So salvage, select all, salvage. There we go. Power drop, spirit vulnerability, and damage amplification. Very nice. Nothing that I really wanted. I can finally upgrade you, catch you up to everything else is out leveling my Man of Benevolence set. But we're more than likely we're going to take this towards the end of the game. So get that all upgraded. But now we have a couple different side missions that we can do. Preachers of the Dark Path, Caliber Hero, Legend of the Thunder God. But most importantly, we go to travel, we now have the Scarlet Crystal. And this is the side mission that's going to unlock the remainder of the Wizardry Tree. So I know this is one folks have been waiting for quite some time. We get access to some really good spells upon accomplishing this, and it's a pretty straightforward mission. This is going to be a 1v1 with Jing. She is going to be pulling out all the stops, going kind of crazy with the wizardry. So honestly, the best thing here is just going to be to keep her accidentally locked down. Stuff like using lightning, using frost, anything that's going to keep her from getting her spirit back is going to be a huge victory here. And just keep up the aggression. Don't let her start casting at all. See, I'm not, like I said, literally not letting her. I'm not gonna let her start doing anything because she'll throw fire stuff out, ice. She'll start throwing out buffs like she just did. If you've ever seen her weapon, it has the same moves that she should have in it. So I'll have to find the spin would be pretty easy to counter. And there it is. Han Jing is down. Now you can farm the set here, obviously, but it shouldn't matter, considering you get a 4-star version from just raising her up.
I was able to give that my all. I owe it to you. You stayed. It made anyway.
And with that, we have a bunch of new spells that we're going to talk about. Actually, you know what? Let's just burn through these missions real fast. We'll burn through the missions and then we'll recap, because none of those spells really change. I guess no. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about them. Y'all have waited long enough to get access to these wizardry spells. So on the wood phase, we finally have access to Heaven's Rage. This is basically the wood version of Ominous Chill. It does a lot of damage. It's best against big targets. We also have Perfect Restoral, just allows you to completely negate one attack, which is obviously pretty nice. Over on Fire, Overpower Burst, pretty interesting. From testing, it's basically doubles the next wizardry spell or martial art. But the thing with this spell is it's such a high cost, 890. There are very few spells that are worth using with Overpower Burst. Scorch Spinner is interesting. It gives you a good AoE option for fire if you're ever surrounded, which isn't that often, but, you know, it exists. Going into Earth, Fiend Vanquisher is busted. This is 1 to 2 use max to inflict Earth ailment on targets. It will stun lock a lot of humans, does really respectable damage. I love this ability. As for Boulder Knuckles, not really a fan of this one. It's kind of slow and it can do good damage because it's inverse to HP, but it's slow and I need to be like close to death for it to really get its max damage. Metal fans rejoice! You finally have Venom Snare, arguably the best spell in the Venom school. This is going to hit people, create a poison cloud, actually does some respectable damage over time. Poisons very fast, and then we also have Thorn Shot now, which allows you to just throw that out. So basically you can Thorn Shot, which is going to lock them down like a snare, and then you can follow it up with Venom Snare and they're poisoned. Very, very nice. Over in water, we get Phantom Icicle, which is basically obscuring frost, but we just target it. So we hit a Cursed Bolt, and it's going to hit them, and then they're going to have reduced targeting ability. Kind of iffy. And then Malignant Icefall, which is just a large icicle that we slam on down. I am going to put this one on. It's kind of fun to use, but either way, this will unlock your Wizardry Master Tree. Finally getting access to it. I want to say, I remember testing. I think Frozen Malice is actually harder hitting than it, but we'll test that in real time right now. Pull them both out. So from here, the next one, let's go ahead and do Caliber of a Hero. So this is going to be another 1v1. It's going to be against Liu Bei. So you've been playing with his set the entire time up till now. You kind of know what he can do. Well, you should, because you've been using his swords. But obviously he's going to be enchanting with lightning and whatnot. Pretty straightforward fight. But 122. Let's see what this one has for 107. Okay, so it is very, very slightly stronger. He does actually have access to way more than just his. He has access to like the full set of abilities. So that's going to be about half of Frost build up. How much this one doing?
And I will make you regret it.
Okay, bro, get off of me. I'm literally trying to jump right now. Pain in my ass, the bro. So that does more build up.
I will not yield.
I think it actually comes out a little. It definitely comes out faster and more damage, but not as much build up. Really, really, I don't know. I think I like it. It's flashy. I do like how flashy it is.
A valor such as you.
Either way, go ahead and talk to him. And all we have left is Preachers of the Dark Path, Legend of the Thunder God, and we are on to Chapter 6. Bringing it on home. So close. Put back on our baby, of course. Can't be playing without Ominous Chill. 7, 3. You're a 3-drop, and what are you exactly? You're 7. Whatever. 7 happens pretty fast. So get rid of that mark. We will do. I guess we can do Legend of the Thunder God first, since it's lower level. But this is going to be very straightforward. You're going to be introduced to a new enemy for the first time. It's an elite enemy. They're pretty easy. They are immune to lightning. There's a big red ball thing they'll throw at you that you can deflect and throw back at them. But this fight isn't that hard. You're more than likely with the water build, you're just going to walk in and explode this thing. As you can probably guess, we're going to be finding these guys on upcoming levels, similar to how we would like the Tiger or anything else. Yeah, you're anything but a wood build is going to absolutely explode this thing. Even then, with a wood build, as long as you're not using magic, you'll kill it just as fast. Very, very light lift to take that thing out. Now this next one, Preachers of the Dark Path. This one is actually a decent challenge, so it's going to be another gauntlet style fight. There are increasing levels of warlocks that are going to spawn. What? I think it might finally be time to start leveling my secondary stat. Are you not getting anything out of that? Only at 80 did I finally return. Oh, it's right at level 80. Hang on a second, let me see something. Yeah. I don't know why you're not getting any more. It's weird that that is stronger. Such a minimal investment. I'll look at it later. Anyway, so as I was saying, this is going to be a gauntlet. We are going to be up against a tiger with some warlocks, and then a monkey with some warlocks, and lastly, one of those dudes that has the big glowy arm and some warlocks. And it's very similar to the missions all the way back where we fought like Zhang Jiao, where the warlocks are empowering. So pretty simple setup. The idea is at the spawn, kill the warlocks, then kill the target. Kill the warlocks, then kill the target. I think these early ones, it looks like they don't even actually they don't even empower. Get it. Mine comes out faster than yours. Get over it. The nice thing is everything we're fighting here is basically fire line, so you're able to blow up the tiger, you're able to blow up the monkey, and of course the last two that spawns, you're going to be able to blow up him. 2 warlocks below, 2 up top. thing has been de-leveled to 13. And then go on up here and talk to him.
You did it. You see that?
And this is going to increase your connection with Bei. And with that, we are now ready to continue on to Chapter 6. So very quickly, before we close on out, we're going to take a look at the upgraded Divine Beasts that we have now. Just discuss those real fast. I'm also going to take a look at stats. I think I may be getting close to the spot. No, there we go. Got 0 and then 2 the next point, so we'll keep pumping there. But going over to Divine Beast, so killing actually wouldn't be bad for this particular build, just because of the restore HP on deflect. 36 is pretty nice, but honestly, I think I'm going to do some respecs. I don't think, even with all the restore HP percentages, it's not big enough to actually impact the restoration on my deflect, because I have what? This gives me 5, and then I get another 4, yeah, and I'm consistently at 9. So I'm going to go ahead and replace all that stuff. Baihu, pretty good one, damage amplification upon Fatal Strike, but it's really easy to work that into gear. Bai's haste upon deflect counterattack, also one that we can work into gear, and one that personally I don't use all that much. Zuke, power gain for martial arts, can also work it into gear. Tengshi hasn't upgraded yet. Zihai, slow on enemy upon martial arts, and of course we have Bixi as well, which we just got from Juge, or not Juge, excuse me, Zhang Liao. So really cool one here if you're looking for a more offensive wood one, whereas King Long is obviously healing. This is going to just dump lightning out. But at this point in the game with this type of build, honestly I might go for Bai's just because good. The deflect, pulling out all the stuff, either that or no, actually I could go Bixi. Morale points gain is nice. Alliance spirit defense, element imbued weapon damage would be up, which would work very well with me doing the imbuement. Yeah, we might mess with this a little bit because my only real weakness as a water build is earth, and this will allow me to decimate earth type stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do some cleanup to the gear. Honestly, at this point, I'll probably end up just going for more genuine key of tension, something like that. So just to show that real fast. If we go to embedment, I'm going to just unlock all of these. Power drop on wizardry. Also wipe all the restore HP. It's just not giving us enough. Alternatively, I could do ice attack power. Make it more defensive. So we'll go ice attack power, which is always good. And then chill accumulation. Why not? I'll go ahead and do that. Either way, I'm going to go through the gear, clean that all up, and then the next episode, we're working on Chapter 6. So stay tuned. I'll see you then.